A well-trained grapevine will provide you good health. So let's heed the words of the wise old elf. Let's get up to the plots. We're here with the wise old elf today, and we're going to be looking at the grapevine that we've got inside the lady farmer's greenhouse.
So why don't you show them what you've got first? Because you've got all this growth down the bottom. So that's your grapevine from the bottom. So that's your main rod coming up, isn't it?
Yeah.
All the way through. And you've got your main rod then all the way along. And at the moment it's just green growth, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
So we'll start at the bottom. And it's trying to send out loads of new shoots. Yeah? So what we're going to do...
Damn it.
Right, so all we're going to do, all these new growths from here, yeah, we're going to take them all off. Because what your plant is doing, yeah, is trying to establish new growth. And if you don't do something about it, it's just going to go wild.
Go rampant.
Go rampant. So we're taking all these side shoots that are young and soft, and we're just breaking them all off. And the idea being then that what it's going to do is send all the goodness it's bringing up to where you want your growth. Yeah?
Yeah.
So we keep pulling these off, and there we are. So now we've completely cleared your main rod, so you've no little side shoots coming off there. They all just simply, there's another little one, just rub them off. So then we've got a big clump here. So we'll just completely clear, and then the dog can see the rabbit.
That's it. They tend to come where you get those little furry node things, don't they?
Well, your main rod will, once we get this really good. Right, that's your main rod now. So we've nothing now. We've no growth from the floor up to here. And then as it's going along then, here's all your break buds. One there, one here, another one, all the way through, yeah?
Yeah.
Now what I always do, if you want to keep, we'll keep the first one. As yet there's no signs of any grapes, and there's two little shoots coming off there. So we'll leave those as they are. Looks destructive. We'll take that one off.
Right.
Right, so we've got one, miss one, one. Here's your next one at the back coming away. You with me? So we'll just break that off. And here now is your next break. Now, there's plenty good growth here, but as yet, no sign of any grapes. Yeah?
Yep.
So we're not going to touch it, but what we're doing, we're letting more air in, and we'll let, so the air can circulate round it and more light. So it's one, miss one, miss one. This one we're keeping, and the next one we've lost. Yeah. Here's your next one. 1, 2, 3. There's 5 breaks coming off this, but as yet, no sign of life.
No grape yet, is there?
No, doesn't matter. They've still got time to come. So we'll leave that one. We'll go to the next one, and again, all we're doing is taking away that growth. Because if we didn't, this would all end up as a mass of green.
Yeah.
Absolute mass of green. So we've cleared that one. Here's another group. All young shoots on, all coming, yeah? Because it's that time of year. So they're all alright. We aren't going to touch them again. But we'll get to this one.
So it thins about, doesn't it? And you, like you say, you get the air circulation,
Yeah,
you
so
get the
we're
sunlight
thinking
getting
about
through.
It's one, miss one, all the way along. We get to here. Here's the growth. we'll get to the next one. Just rub those off. Just use your thumb and break them off. So now you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units of growth, haven't you?
Yeah.
Now, because we've reduced the amount of foliage there was, yeah, so these now are going to get more natural goodness that it's bringing up out of the ground.
Right.
So we've reduced it by half and in volume, haven't we?
Yeah.
So now in the next, possibly, see, that's a break bud coming. So there's the stem coming up, yeah, I know you can't really see it. Here's the leaf, and in the axis there, that is potentially now what will be your first bunch of grapes.
Right, so that's where they tend to come from,
Yeah.
the crook of the elbow sort of thing.
So, as we saw on mine the other day, once you get a bunch of grapes, if your bunch of grapes comes there, yeah, what you would do is cut off at the next joint, and you would clear that off.
So the next set of leaves just above, that's where you cut?
Just above, so again, we've restricted this growth, yeah, and what the plant is bringing up can now go to the grapes.
Yeah.
And then because we've done that and we've got grapes established on this little leg coming up, if you wanted you could do 2 legs, yeah, if you got 2 bunches of grapes. But once you've got your grapes on what is that break there, all the extra growth that is coming, yeah, again, just rub the excess then off with your thumb. So that break has got either 1 or 2 legs coming on with grapes on. Where the grapes are cut, a pair of leaves past and cut that off, because we'll have grapes hanging from here. And all the excess growth, yeah, cut that back as well. So again, you've reduced it again, yeah, so it can then feed the grapes, because you'll always get new spurs and new grapes coming. So where we've took all these off, every other one, they'll try and...
So I need to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, well just keep an eye on that, because they'll try and grow again, but rub them off. So it's concentrating on every other one. Once you get your grapes, come back to a pair of leaves above them, and then it's up to you. If you want to see if you can get 2 bunches of grapes or 3, all well and good. But once you've got the grapes that you want, take away all your excess.
Right.
So then you're feeding less volume of leaves and growth, and it's concentrated then for going to your grapes. Relatively simple.
So if I give it a couple of weeks and keep an eye on it, see where the bunches are going and forming,
Yeah.
then we can thin it then.
Then you can thin it down again. But all we've done, first of all, we've tidied it up, yeah? We've gone every break, every other one. So we've now, what did we say we had? 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
Yeah? So you've got 7 concentrations of growth now. So now it can get at these rather than all the surplus that we've reduced, and get you some grapes where you want them on these.
And the feed coming up from the ground will be concentrated on those rather than trying to bush out, because naturally that's what they want to do, isn't it?
Because if you didn't control this little leg coming out now, that would go
Yeah.
and go and go and
Yeah.
go, and it would be all over, and so would all the rest, and you would just have a mass of green. But once you've got your grapes on, the grapes need light as well,
Yeah.
obviously, and they need the air circulation. So you've just made, because it's a bog standard 8x6 greenhouse, so is it a 6 this one, doesn't matter. But you're in control now,
Yeah.
so you've got to stay in control. Watch for new growth coming where we've rubbed the old growth off. Watch for your grapes coming, cut past your grapes, and keep it reduced.
Sound. We'll do a catch up on that if you don't mind, and when we do get the grapes on, and then I'll you know.
Do you want to do, I don't know if I'm going to do it, but shall we do the one with the Comfrey? Because somebody was asking about Comfrey.
Yeah.
I don't know, I can't remember the lady's name.
I can't.
But we'll wander over to mine now and we'll show you the Comfrey trick.
Right, so you're going to do something? You're going to start something?
Well, what we'll do is wander over.
Because I showed the close-ups on the plant and talked about them last night, but I didn't actually create any, didn't actually chop any down or out.
Well, what we'll do is go through the process. Let's wander over to mine and just have a 2 minute through the process.
Sound.
Right, back again. Somebody was asking you about Comfrey, weren't they?
Yes, I'll find out who it was. I'll have to go through the comments.
Right. This is my little Comfrey corner. So it's now probably 2 foot high. Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice big, quite a thick stem that is hollow like a straw. Yeah? Broad leaves, and these will be the little flowers. Purple flowers.
Yeah.
But at the moment it's only, what is that, 2 foot high? That's roughly,
yeah,
that's,
2.5.
That's roughly 2 foot high, and it's just slowly regrowing again. But I want it to get a bit wider, and when it gets as tall as the fence, yeah,
Right.
I'll just get my scissors and I'll go a foot short of the ground and completely cut it off. So
Right, so you don't take it all the way at the ground, about a foot above.
Because you want to leave the actual stem there to carry on regrowing again. So it'll just get cut down to the ground. You with me?
Yeah.
So this is not a good analogy, but if that was 4 foot tall,
Right.
because we've cut it down to the ground.
It is 4 foot tall because you're 20 foot tall, you aren't
Oh,
you?
that's right. But all I will do then
That'll be BFG.
with the Comfrey, just a spare little bucket, and every bit of that would just literally get chopped up with a pair of scissors and piled in the bucket.
Right. So take it all down to about a foot off the ground
Foot
level,
off the
all the
ground.
foliage.
Completely cut it, chop it up, flowers, stem, leaves, everything.
Right, the lot.
Pieces like that, drop it in the bucket. Here's the magic brick, put the brick on top. Yeah?
Right.
So you've got all your Comfrey in there, you've put a brick on top, and then literally just cover it with water. And then leave it for 3 to 4 weeks.
You have to get a magic brick though, boys and girls. It's got to be blessed by the Elvis Queen Galadriel,
So
like Josie's.
the Comfrey's gone in there,
Right.
there's a brick gone on top,
I get you.
cover it with water, leave it for 3 to 4 weeks. Yeah? And then when you come back to it then, it'll have all gone brown and it'll stink to high hell. So that would then be your Comfrey concentrate.
Yeah.
Right, so what I would do...
How long do you, sorry, how long do you leave it?
3-4 weeks.
With the lid on?
No lid, just the brick.
Right,
So
just the brick.
Let's go through it again. Comfrey chopped up,
Yeah.
brick on top, water. Yeah? So you've covered however much you've put in, because the brick just squashes it and weighs it down.
Yeah.
You've covered that amount with water, and after a month it'll all rot down. And that is your concentrate then.
Right.
So all I do then is take this over by my gate, and I get a riddle and I just pour it through the riddle into another big container. Yeah?
We'll have to film that process.
Yeah, and they'll obviously
In fact, I'm going to be doing it next week. I've got some ready there.
Right, so once it's been in the bucket a month, I put it through a riddle, and there will be some stalks left or maybe whatever, but the residue of what's left I'll put round because it'll be wet and stinking. So wormy, cabbage, collie, broccoli, whatever it is, they'll get fed round the plant with the residue.
Right, you'll do it as a top feed then.
The top feed, yeah. But
Chop and drop.
But the liquid then goes in. So once I've got that Comfrey,
Yeah?
I'll put my riddle at the top of here and pour all that liquid into here. Yeah?
Yep.
And then I'll just get my milk bottles and fill these with the Comfrey. So that then is the concentrate. Yeah? It's too rich, too strong when it's concentrated to go directly on whatever you're going to feed.
Yeah.
But then I'd put an inch by volume, 1.5 inches of this in my 5 gallon watering can. So you've diluted it, It's got all the natural goodness in it, and then I feed that to literally everything, particularly tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers, chilies, all mixed.
Yeah,
that I've
your
got
fruits
in
and
it.
veg.
But then you can virtually use it on anything. Real good tonic, real good boost.
It's an all-rounder, and it's got all the NPK and the
Yeah, because
micronutrients as well,
the
isn't it?
Comfrey's roots get that deep in the ground, 4, 5, 6 feet down, and then they're taking everything that they can get from way down below up through the stem. Yeah, but then we're going to recycle that by making it into a concentrated liquid
Yeah.
for feeding everything that we've got.
So you'll decant it out of that, once you fill that up, decant it out of that with just like a normal cup jug or something.
Wherever it is, I've got an old measuring jug in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that came from home. It's just an old measuring jug, just for the ease of being able to pour it into there.
Yeah. Because you don't want to get it all over you, that
No,
stuff, do you? It stinks.
It stinks to IL. So that was that one.
It's fantastic.
Well, that's the last of what was last year's.
The Comfrey, the magic Elvish Comfrey, that.
So there we go.
Word on with that. I might do some, I'll not be able to do it today. I'm going to get that weeding done today, but...
Make sure you do your weeding, because you always say to all of us, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And Tony...
I usually say I'm going to do the weeding, don't I?
Yeah, you always say you're going to do something, and invariably you might do 10% of it because you get distracted.
It's very harsh, 10%'s very harsh.
Like I said, come up and do one job, get it done.
Like a dog that sees a squirrel, me, ain't I?
Well, yeah, but 2 minutes later you'll see another one, and you've not learned from the first one, have you? You didn't catch the first one, so you don't catch the second one.
Right, have you done no, then we're having a brew?
Yeah, go on, we'll have a brew in a fact. I've just put some more peas in, my last lot of peas. I've put my second lot of sweet peas in. I've got some chilies here, some jalapeno and some albino,
Yeah.
and some cayenne. They want pricking out and just moving into a larger, slightly pot.
Do you think it's worth risking corn? I was going to put corn out today. Forecast saying it's going to be about 7 or 8 degrees next week, so...
Well, if it was me, I'd never, ever, ever put my corn in till the first week in June. Because
You don't give a clout till May's out,
well,
do you?
no, well, partly that, Tony, but we was all mourning 10 days ago. Morning, Steve!
Steve Piper at the top there.
We was all mourning about the cold, the wet, what was it, a fortnight ago?
Yeah.
You would only need one bad, freakish night of frost, and if you've got anything delicate out and you've put it out, you'll lose it.
That's it.
But we've still got we've got half of May left, then we've got June, July and August for things to grow, to fill up. No?
I might have to get mine out though, because it's about 2 foot high. I'm going to end up losing it anyway if I don't watch
Well,
out. I might have to take the risk. We'll see how we get
Oh
on.
yeah, that's up to you. Yeah,
Because I have got some more on go as well.
yeah.
Right.
But my sweet corn's here, I've only got 15. It's not as big as yours, I've just been letting it slowly come on. Yeah, but it's not going in the ground at least till the first week in June.
Another couple of weeks.
But yeah, first week in June.
Right.
Because we know the soil's warming up and the soil's okay. I said the other day I'd already dug out underneath where mine is going, filled it with manure and backfilled it. So if you like, the ground is ready, but I'm not chancing it just for the sake of 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because
I think I've been a victim of my own success with that corn. It started, it just shot up.
Yeah, but
First lot.
how early did you start it?
It was about 6 weeks ago.
Well, if you think about it, if you're not going to plant it till June and you backtrack, yeah, you don't want to sow it too soon.
No.
When it's ready too soon, then you end up in a situation now where you are and you're thinking, what am I going to do with this?
I think it's probably a bit impetuous there putting it in.
It's either muck and neckles, isn't it? Whichever way it goes, it's muck and neckles, shit or bust. But you do what you think is right for you.
Well, you only learn from your mistakes, don't
Get
you?
your fags out.
Right, come on.
You get your fags.
Thanks, Joe. See you in a bit.
Yep.
Okay, always great to see Joe there, the wise old elf, and we hope you've gained some knowledge from that and he's answered a few of your questions. I'll catch you next time, boys and girls. Take care of yourselves and each other. Probably going to be Thursday now when we see each other again, but yeah, keep growing with your heads down and have a great week. Bye bye now, guys. Ta-da.